Here we are doing punching drills. Very important. You can do these anywhere, any place at the field using a pipe by the cage, next to the dugout, the foul pole, who knows. But once again, it's going to restrict us and make us do the proper movements. All right, so first of all, I want to make sure that I'm centered on the bag, right? My head is in the center of the bag. So as I do this, I want to have just enough distance to be able to get my right hand through. So I'm going to do it a couple different ways. One is the punch from here. So I punch and my hand comes to the middle of the bag to simulate. See how my hand ends up in the middle of the bag? We're not going to be hitting like this, right? Am I going to hit that way? That's going around the ball. I have to get that shoulder and get inside. You can see my shoulder is pushing my hand. And if I can do this on my own, hit my hand right there. And see my shoulder squeak inside it. Note that my head is back. I get the sideways C, the proper movement on the back leg. Now you can do this with very little movement. Just stand there working the hands at first. And then, of course, add degree of difficulty as you go, even doing leg swings if you wanted to. But it's going to really make that batter get their shoulder in tight and get their right shoulder inside the ball, getting their hand inside the ball. Same thing here. If I was hitting, whack. Hold my hands right there at contact. Back up to the bag. Wouldn't it be the same way? They have to keep that hip in. This forces the issue. So if they do spin it all, they hit the bag. It's really a great drill. I can also do this on my own by standing there and taking my hand underneath my head or chin. And when I get there, turn it out. For these kids who can't seem to get their hip in, this pushes it through. You turn that elbow and it kind of clicks that hip into the side. So it's punch and feel it come inside. Same thing there. Heads back, heads back. You can do it with a partner and hit his hand right there. Right shoulder inside and head stays back the whole time. That's one of them. Now we're going to try and do it with the left hand, right? So the left hand is just as troubling. It's really fun to watch. So these kids, I put my hand, you don't put it so far in the middle now because it's really hard to get your hand in like that. But you put your hand out here, just on the outside of it. So now it makes my hand have to go straight inside the ball. Right? So if they spin, if you spin it all early, you're going to hit that bag every time. And now my hand's going left when my hands should be taking the bat through the zone. Right? We got to get through the zone. No need to go left so soon. So it's just another drill to practice myelination, get your hands through. You can do it with a partner. You can hold his hand right there. And then you take the right hand and go on the other side. Right hand on the other side. Left hand straight. Left hand straight. Just like the handgun drill now with a bag. Right? If you want to try to do it with both hands, you can do it with both hands. See how my hand gets in front of my shoulder as I throw. Hand gets in front of the shoulder as I throw. So many players spin too much or get into a bad position coming out of load and their hands don't work right. Hands get away from the shoulder. The shoulder is what's going to fire our hands in there, right? We got to get good at the bag drill. You got to use this all the time. You can use this as a pole, right? When you're at the field, there's a pole there, and even when you're getting ready to hit the cage, get right up next to the pole and practice. Keep your shoulder in, keeps your head close, sideways C, good on the back leg, head in the center, then practice your left hand. Right, real close. It just reminds us of good posture, good access, hand and shoulder independence, right? We also have to remember the uppercut, right? So we have the straight from the jaw. Now we're going to do the uppercut. You can also do the uppercut on the side, just like you can when you're punching it there, right? Right hand straight inside, left hand straight inside. When we do the uppercut, I can stand right in front of the mirror if I want, or just right here and take that right hand under me. So see how my hips have to get out of the way? So if I was to turn my right hip out, when my head goes left, my arm comes up and I go around. Go right under my neck with my hand and turn out the elbow once I come up. Lead with the shoulder. There's the sideways C. It'll be right there when I hit. Now, what I like about this is to get the hips going. And so as I'm doing it, I'm not just going around the bag and hitting it. I'm lifting my hips up as I go. So as they come up, really fire the hips up in the air just to get more feel of how you can move weight back and forth, unloading and loading the weight. So don't forget the uppercut. Very important you turn it up and out when you get in. Don't turn the right hip inside. Do not take your hand and go around. Hand from the inside and up, right underneath the head, underneath the neck actually, and out. These drills are great for warm-ups, I'm telling you. How the weight's working, where your head's going, always checklisting, right? Good stuff, we'll see you soon.